Excuse me as all of my devices just start crashing for no reason. Hello everyone, we how are we? Locke, Kale, Cat, how are things? How are we? Pika wants to say hi too, hold on. No he doesn't. He aggressively does not want to say hi. Very aggressively, as you can see. He does not like that I'm talking to people. How are things? How are we doing? I think he just swooped me. Hi Pika, yeah. Everyone say hi to Pika, he's being an absolute pain. He was perfectly fine until I started streaming. Nope, he was fine until I started talking. Now he does not like it, but that's just Pika for you. He just refuses to not be the center of attention, and I can't blame him, but I do blame him. Anyway. How's everyone doing? Hi Cat, how are you? You had brown, natural, box black, bleached it orange, dyed that red, dyed it purple, dyed it blue, bleached that, turned blonde. Oh my god. Cat. How do I word this? Have you ever had natural hair since you dyed your hair for the first time? All of your friends with... Oh, they went... Oh no! I thought that was the other day I saw your tweet. So they've so that's now. They are all currently now picking oranges at an orange grove without you. That's so sad. Rakti's roommate got extra oranges so you can make a marmalade. Nice, nice, nice. I can't believe they all decided not to while you're at work and they're still there. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I was gonna say, but on the bright side, hi, I'm here. That's no, AJ, that is not the appropriate response. My brain is not communicating, working. I don't know what's happened. I started stream and now suddenly I am like incredibly awkward and don't know how to like speak or talk. You have the brain cell. When do you not have the brain cell though? Like when do you not? I think you always have the brain cell, which really sucks for me, not so much for you, but you know, I don't care about you. Anyway.
Smart mouth, huh?
It's usually on vacation. Yeah, true, true. It's either on vacation or it's with you. That's it. After you dyed it black, you grew that out so it was brown when you bleached it because you can't... I'm learning a lot about hair today. I know nothing about hair or hair dyeing. I'm just like... Ear. You miss dyeing your hair? Why don't you then? Is there like a reason that you don't? It's interesting to learn. It just sounds like a mess. It killed your hair too much. That'll do it. Yeah, no, that's fair. Kat was talking about how much his hair is just completely damaged. So, which doesn't sound fun. Like, I did not realize dyeing your hair could like damage it or kill it or anything. I just thought it was just like, oh, pretty colors, and that was it. You have a lot of red, so bleach doesn't take too well. Yeah, fair. I say fair as if I understand. I do not understand. I'll just take your word for it. Damage is bad. That sucks. That sucks. I just thought it was pretty colors, Uwu, and it's not. And that's so sad. It's pretty good because you no longer use 3-in-1. What is 3-in-1? These are all things I will never understand. And that's okay. Shampoo. Oh, it's literally just shampoo. I thought it was some like specific like thing for hair dyeing. Saron's hi. How are you? You're late? That's why you have wigs. So valid, so valid. I wore a wig once because I was cosplaying a character, and my head was so itchy for the entire time. It was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable, which sucks because wigs are cool. That's all I have to say. Anyway, you're shoving food down your throat. What were you eating? Also, how are you? I don't know if I asked. What's up? You have to get specific shampoo and conditioner for colored hair. This is so interesting. It's not just pretty hair color and then everything else is the same as normal. You have to like do things and take specific steps, and things need to happen to like not damage your hair because it's like, wow. Wow. You'd know if you watched your Snapchats. I do watch them, and most of the time I take nothing in. But avoid hot water in the shower to keep the color into. Oh my god. Yeah, look, same. Sounds like too much to keep track of. Too much effort, too much work. Just too much. Just wear a wig. Just wear a wig. Oh man. Pizza. I want pizza. Oh wait, you were saying I'd know about pizza if I watched your Snapchats. Oh well, fudging. To be fair, Serons, you sent me those snaps when I was. Oh, that was 15 minutes ago. Oh, I have no excuse. I have no excuse. I have not watched those. Red and purple wash out the fastest. The black you had for a year. Black just sounds like it'd be like more strong because it's like, you know, dark. Dark colors seem like... Shut up, Serons, it's fine. Dark colors seem like they'd stay for longer. Purple washes out quickly. Was it like a light purple or a dark purple? I mean... I could be wrong about the whole dark colors lasting longer thing. I'd fudged if I know. That's just, I'd assume. Because paint or something. Also, I could not live with like... I need hot showers. I don't even care if it's summer. I will have mildly warm showers. Hello? So like, if I would not be able to have cold showers or cool showers to keep hair dye. Like, nah. Absolutely fudging not. Dark purple. I like how Kat's answering the question I asked Kale. It's too much work. It sounds like it. It really sounds like it. Like, my sister got her hair dyed recently and I was like, okay, cool. I did not realize or appreciate just how much effort that would be, especially since her hair is like a lighter color. I think she got like a pink or something, and like, sounds like that's not going to last very long. You'll have hot showers in the summer anyway, since the aircon is on. Okay, true. I've got my aircon on now, and it's great. It's nice and cool inside. I appreciate it. You always got it professionally done. Yeah. My sister gets hers professionally done as well. If there's one thing I know about dyeing your hair, it's more expensive than it has any right being. Like, why? I don't understand. Is the ink? I don't even know what you dye, not ink. Is the dye that expensive, or is it just the process that's like really time consuming and lengthy and annoying? Probably both. I don't freaking know. Almost no one says aircon here. I feel like aircon is very much an Australian thing, and or maybe just like this part of the world. Because yeah, in the US, no one says aircon. In Canada, no one says aircon. I found that out the other day when I said aircon, and I think it was you, Kale, who was like, "What the hell's an aircon?" We call it an AC. Like, you pay for the hairstylist time, yep. Process, yep. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. That makes sense. That does make sense. Bleach doesn't take to your hair well. It sounds like you just anything with hair just does not seem to play nicely with you, Kale. Any hair things. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. You have to wait half an hour for your blue. Is that lengthy? Can you tell I know nothing? Because I don't. Eager? Don't give me that look. Yeah. You stay there. You don't move. Most you've done is highlights. You're too scared to die. Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like highlights would be so much easier to manage, and also you won't need to, like, what's the word? Get rid of the dye at all if you want to change it, because it's just like the tips of your hair, or like whatever it's called, like just parts of it. So it's probably a lot easier to deal with than the entire hair. Yeah, for stylist time. Yep, got it. You pay for the stylist's time and sanity, probably. I don't know. Yeah. So what I'm taking from this conversation is don't dye your hair. It's a massive pain. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. But highlights are okay, though. Also, just use the wig. I think that's the takeaway. I will continue to only dye my hair in video games. And I will always dye my hair in video games. I don't know what that means, but we don't need to go into that. Pro-liberation! I knew these guys would be trouble as soon as we started building this tower. I don't know why I just thought that was a good segue, but anyway. I'm going to play the game now. You guys can keep talking. I'm going to keep talking to you guys. Don't think I'm not going to keep talking. I will keep talking. I don't understand any of this hair stuff, but you already have an issue with not getting a haircut. I need to get a haircut next week because I start my placement soon, and I should probably remember, hey, get a haircut before you start work. That would make sense. You'll express yourself with makeup instead of hair. Valid. Valid. Makeup's probably like a lot easier to wash off, right? I mean, it'd have to be, otherwise it'd just be too much of a pain. Where am I going with that? Change stream to just chatting? No, because like the moment I change it to just chatting, I'm gonna get incredibly self-conscious because then I won't have anything to like add or contribute to the conversation. And then I'll just panic, and then I'll have anxiety, and it will be a just silence stream. I don't want it to be a just silence stream. I'm okay with it being just chatting with WoW in the background. Like, also, it's not that bad. It's only been 20 minutes. It's not like Kale's streams, where Kale streams for an hour before actually leaving the menu. By the way, guys, go say hi to Kale. There's my shout out for the day. What? I'm outing you, Kale. For those of you who don't know, that's exactly what she does. She goes to play a game, she stays in the menu for an hour talking. It's commendable, honestly. Goals. You've only been dyeing yours for 3 years because your mother wouldn't let... Your mother sounds like a pain, Cat. I'm just going to say that. Sounds like a pain. You dyed it on your own without permission, got in big trouble, but it's not like she can stop me now. I mean... You never play Menu Simulator. You only play Menu Simulator. Get wrecked, Kale. Oof. Why don't you do your makeup anymore? Wait, what? Oh, gender go Blair and makeup no more? Oh, yeah, no, valid. Understandable, Cat. Your mother's a big pain. It doesn't sound fun. And I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. It's easier to talk than game. I wish I could feel like it was easier to talk than play games. Talking is hard. Talking takes all of the brain cells that you keep from me. Okay? It's not fair. I don't know how to converse to keep up a conversation. I am feeling incredibly self-conscious and awkward right now. That's how it is. That's how bad it is for me. I do that. You guys should be lucky I even stream. I have to overcome so much. With all of my privilege. Anyway,
Yeesh. Took my
we need to
head off
save
by
that guy's men. Because apparently they're in trouble or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking about hair products. You're a third of the way? Wait, a third of the way to what? What are you doing? Let me scroll up. You haven't had one since June, July. Oh, a haircut. Wait, but what does that to do with 1/3 of the way? I'm so confused. She got you Lego? What Lego? Pika? Oh, wait. Hold on. How expensive is the Pika reward again? 1 million? You're a third of the way to 1 million. I need to come up with what the fudge the Pika reward's gonna be. Because if you're a third of the way, that means that yellow must be like halfway. And I still have no idea what the actual reward is gonna be. Someone's gonna hit 1 million one day, and I'm not even gonna expect it. And then suddenly I'm gonna have to owe someone a channel reward. Hi. Do you not like me waving my arms around? Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob, and Dinos? Nice. Hi, Pika. Yeah. No, they don't get the bird. No one is getting Pika. No, you're not getting Pika. If you want a bird, Kale, if you want a cockatiel, go bother Varacti. Like, he's got, like, so many of them. You're on your way. You know, if I could promise some time with Pika, that might convince you to actually come to Australia. He tries to play her earrings, and you think Pika's gonna be any different? He'd probably do the same. He'd look at it and go, ooh, shiny, and then like go to bite them. For whatever reason. Special video from the bird, but that's like 1 million channel points just to get a little special Pika video. You pay for a plane ticket to Pika. Oh my god. That is a concept. Pika is a saint. This thing, a saint. You could just show up and steal the bird. I stand by, you may be able to get outside my building, but you wouldn't be able to get onto my floor and into my house because you don't even know what floor I'm on, and nor do you know which apartment number I am. You can talk your way into it. Okay. Sure. You don't know what floor or apartment number either, Serons. I don't think anyone does. Like, okay, the only people in my community who even know, like, my address, and I don't even know if you know the address or you just know where it is if you looked on a map, are, like, Serons and Kale. You're the only two people. You thought I was in suburbia? I mean, no. Me just like, does this count? I don't think this counts. You found your building based on Snapchat videos. You can deduct which floor I'm on. But no. How do you know? I'm just gonna delete that for, how the fudge? Right, so I take it back. Serons does know what floor I'm on and what apartment number I am. Yeah, I am. I don't think I've ever, like, shown a video or anything of the actual floor or room number. This quest is called Fade to Black. I think my entire life is about to fade to black as fudging someone comes over and murders me in my sleep. I did. Why was your first thought the number floor like that? You thought I was on the 414th floor. Yeah, that's how high up I live. 414 floors into the sky. Thought 41st. Well, all 5 of you are wrong. There aren't even 5 of you here, but you're all wrong. Being the floor number 1 to 14. Well, that doesn't make any sense because there is no 14 anywhere. Are like buildings in Hong Kong that tall? I mean, 41. That's still pretty freaking high up though. That's like skyscraper level. Hi bot, you're only 25 minutes late. Hello? I am now live. Oh shoot. Hi everyone, how are y'all doing? I hope we're doing fantastically today. Welcome to another World of Warcraft stream where we do absolutely nothing but talk hair dye and why my community is incredibly creepy and knows where I live. And by my community, I mean Serons and Kale. Send help before I mysteriously disappear. No, to be real though, like when I started my stream 25 minutes ago, I was like, interesting. The bot isn't sending a message to say that I'm live. I wonder why that is. I wonder what's going on. Oh, well, maybe it's just bugged. You geoguessed my building. You know, it's fine because I trust you two. Maybe I shouldn't trust you two, but I do. You will now know where I live for this stream and probably forget. You know what floor and apartment number I am, Locke. You know absolutely nothing else. You don't know what building, you don't know what suburb, you don't even know what city, you know nothing else. Although I am very terrified that even that much information has been shared, so you are trustworthy. You are literally on the way to take Pika from me. I don't know if that's trustworthy, Kale. I don't think it is. Kale, you're the worst people to trust. No, see, you talk a lot of smack. You talk like you'll do damage, Serons, but you won't do a thing. You won't even leave your house. You know the city? Okay, some people know the city, but like that doesn't really narrow it down at all, so. You with your online friends, you forgot we shared a Life. What is a Life 360? Is that like an app? Am I old? Okay, don't answer that, Kat, because you're going to say yes anyway because you're you. Yes, okay, yeah, there it is. I very much mentioned it, if only indirectly. Yeah, I have very much indirectly. You can take care of it. Kale, I believe you. I believe you can take very good care of Pika. That's not the concern. The concern is, how dare you take my bird from me? That's the concern. From me. I want Pika. He is mine. Call you out? Yeah, I will. You fudging called out where I live. Shut the fudge up. You can have playdates with Pidge if you have him. Or, consider this. You, Virakti, Frengens, all of you Arizonan people, you all move to Australia for me. Okay? No, I know you said nothing, Kale. I'm talking about Serons. Serons outed me. I'm attacking Serons. All of you Arizonan people move to Australia for me. Because it's so much more convenient than me to move to Arizona. I want all of you to come over here. We all live here. Yeah. So you all come over here. You miss me sending such outs of you walking home from uni. It's because I don't go to uni anymore. I don't go to uni. Bill already. Who the fudge is Bill? Pike's moving. Cool. Snakes tend to do that. Actually, they don't do it very often. That is exciting. Who the fudge is Bill? I'm gonna feel bad if I actually know. Oh, Commander Dolphin. I know Commander Dolphin. Or rather, I know of. He gave the best hugs. Well, Kale, I guess you have two reasons to come to Australia now. Me and Bill. Surprisingly easy to find out where someone lives if they've been in the US military. Kat, I'm gonna need you to elaborate. He'd pick you up and spin you around, and now he's gone because of me. I hate to break it to you, Kale. I don't know Commander Dolphin well enough to have convinced him to move to Australia. Hell, I know you incredibly well, I like to think. And I can't even convince you to move. What makes you think I could have convinced him? Sorry, but his wife, that'll do it. So what you're saying is... Nope. I was gonna say, so what you're saying is I need to marry you guys to move, get you to move over here. But no, we're just gonna move on. Good hugs are great though. I need people who give good hugs. Do it, let's get married. No. See, the issue here is, Serons, is I can convince you to move over here without getting married, and so I don't need to get married to you. Come here, then. Oh dear, what have I started? Yeah, exactly, Serons. I can convince you without marrying you, so why do I need to marry you? Like, come on. One of your online friends is in the military, you know his address because all you need is their name and a little deduction, and it's not hard to get where they live. Well, okay, but if you know anyone's name, it's not hard to find out where they live, military or not, which is terrifying in and of itself, but that's just facts. Can we get married anyway? Serons, are you proposing to me live on stream? I need a confirmation. Yes? I'm sorry, Serons, I just don't see you that way. And now you've been rejected too live on stream. I've rejected you before, but never on stream. Never on stream. And now it is. It's there forever. You've been rejected on stream. Congratulations. Now go find someone. You'll keep proposing until I say yes. Okay, well. That's going to be problematic. Can you be the best man? Kale, we're not getting married. But if I was getting married to anyone, you would absolutely be one of my best men, yes. 100% agree. You think it's been on stream before? Okay, well, Serons, you've been rejected again on stream. Congrats. Kale just wanted to be my best man. She doesn't care who I marry, as long as she's my best man. That's all Kale wants. Hi. Locke wants to be Serons' maid of honor, but not for me, because we're not getting married. You can organize the bachelor party. I don't even know what a bachelor party involves. I'm going to be honest. What's a maid of honor? It's like a best man, but for the maid? Question mark? Why would I want to go to the zoo to see birds if I can see this one already? Okay, that's why. Hello? Ow. Pika. Hold on. The one that stands next to the person on the left. That clarified nothing for me. But good thing I already know what the maid of honor is. Why are you like this? Helps with a lot of the planning. Is that like a prerequisite of being the maid of honor, is that you help with the planning, or is that just like the thing that they all typically tend to do anyway? Did that make sense? I hope that question made sense. Oh no, thanks then. Looks like planning, fudge that. Most of the time it's required. Interesting. See, I've been to a few weddings, but I know nothing about weddings. What's the gender neutral term? Person of honor, probably. I don't know. They stand in front of the bridesmaids and behind the bride. Person to the left. Person. The bachelorette party is planned by the maid of honor. Interesting. Good to know. You go, fly. Come on. Hold on. Is he gonna do it? Fly. Nope. He doesn't want to. Ow. Also make sure the bridesmaids are doing what they're supposed to. What are they supposed to do? Stand there? I was gonna say stand there and look pretty. I don't know if that like is mean. But like, what are they actually meant to do? I thought they were literally, as I said, I know nothing about weddings. I just thought that they were meant to stand there and that the like best men are also meant to stand there or something. I know nothing. This is what happens when the only weddings you've ever been to, you were like kids? I was not multiple kids, I was a kid. You have to walk down the aisle at a specific time, but there's a lot of scheduling for hair and makeup. Interesting. I've been to 2 or 3 weddings, but I was a child every time, so I know and remember nothing. You're a bridesmaid currently? Oh, that's so cool. Are you going to stop biting me at any point during this stream? You don't think you've ever been to one? I mean, one day, you will. What the fudge sort of response is that? What am I talking? What am I saying? Ow! You naughty little piece of trash. You've been to 3, but you're only there for the wedding for one of them. So you've only been to one wedding, then. Lock. 2 in the past couple of months. I feel like we're reaching that age now where like all the people around us are getting married. Except me and my group of friends are here like, so everyone around us is getting married and we're not even in any relationships. So like literally all of my friends are just like single and we're just like, why is everyone else getting married? This sucks. But because your parents were singing at them and you were just there. Gotcha, gotcha. You'd really not like to go, seems stressful and expensive. Oh, wait. Do you have to pay for a wedding? You probably only have to pay to like fly there, right? I don't know. They went to the receptions and missed the wedding. Maybe. Gifts. True. That's not something I have any experience with because, again, I was a kid. The main expense is gifts. How expensive are gifts that you normally like for a wedding? What's the budget for a wedding gift normally? How much do people spend? Because this is not something I would have ever like considered. Right, $100. Okay. Right. Depends on relationship. So that's what I thought. Like, I'm thinking like $100 for a wedding. Like, that sounds reasonable. But I guess like that probably is the big expense if you're going to a wedding, right? It's the plane tickets if you need to take a plane, and then the $100 roughly gift. The bridal shower is another $100 gift. Why is it that the first thing my brain thought of is just have a bridal shower as well, so that way you get 2 lots of gifts? Why was my brain immediately just 2 lots of gifts? 16 years after they got married. What a late gift. I mean, I'm still waiting for one of my Christmas gifts, but that's like a postage and shipping problem. Like, 16 years? Why so late? I want to know the story behind this. It was a handmade quilt. Again, 16 years? Did they like promise to make them a quilt and then like actually realize, oh no, I don't know how to like knit. So then they spent like the next 16 years of their life learning to knit until finally they were good enough to make a quilt? I don't know. You're still waiting for your last Christmas present? What, from like, not the one that we just had, but the year before? There was just a queue. Oh. A 16-year-long queue? What was it made? What was the quilt made from? Like, donated body parts? You're still waiting on your Christmas present from AJ? Well, good news, Kale. I'm still waiting on my Christmas present from you, so... But also, seriously, what do you want, Kale? I'll get you it. Just let me know. Kale gets a Christmas present? Apparently? I get nothing. Well, then you get nothing. Shut the fudge up. Saron's, you want one? Well, then I want one. The one that just passed. Okay, so that's not too bad then. We can wait. We can wait, Kat. We can wait for the Christmas present. It'll come soon. We'll get it soon. It'll take a long time to make. But like 16 years is so long. Like in 16 years, someone could have died. Thanks, Kale. I like how you joke that I'm gonna give you something, and now Saron is immediately on my back, just attacking me. This is your fault. I'm gonna sue you for damages. Should be the 29th. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I think my gift that I'm waiting on is the new Doctor's Sonic screwdriver, which isn't really a screwdriver, but I don't care. It still looks cool. If shipping was, I know. I was talking to Thaxos the other day, actually, because Thaxos was like joking that he'd like get me something if I bought it from him or whatever. And I was like, it's not worth it. Shipping's too expensive. And he's like, how expensive can it be? He then did the research. He looked it up and he was like, shipping's too expensive. You think it looks weird? Wait, what looks weird? Oh, the Sonic screwdriver. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it. It's new. It's different, you know? You miss Thaxos? I would say the same, except I'd still speak to Thaxos, so... Oops. That's you with crocheting. 16 years. Like, that is the wait list for, like, if you need a donation, like, a body part donation. What the fudge is it called again when you like get a secondhand body when you get a secondhand body part? Like it's the fudging like garage sale or whatever. Oh, I guess you guys call it yard sales in America. Oh, you miss some IRL. He needs to come back for sushi. Fair, fair. Yeah, no, I miss all of you guys IRL. Wait, can you miss someone that you've never met before? Is that a thing? I feel like that's not a thing, but it should be a thing. Hood, even the last Minecraft series? What? Life Minecraft series? No idea. Yes, yes, you miss me all the time, so yes. Listen, that's another issue, Kale. Do I ever miss you? I miss all of you guys when I don't stream. And then some of you guys when I do stream because you're not in my chat. Not looking at anyone in particular. No, I'm kidding. The answer is yes. Last Life is a Minecraft series. I've never heard of it. I don't miss you because you're sending Snapchats 24/7. It's so true. Maybe stream early and I'd show up, you nerd. So, 2 things. 1, Kale. Really? 2, I thought you didn't because you don't go on Twitch often. So I just never expect you to arrive, to be honest. I'm always like, Kale doesn't watch Twitch streams. Like, really? For me? Please don't. Wait, don't what? Don't watch Last Life? It's because you're never awake. I know. I know. I do want to do more day streams because I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy it when people are actually like around because time zones aren't a pain. The problem is that responsibilities on life. And speaking of, I'm starting my placement like not this week, but the week after on the 22nd. And then it will be no more day streams for like 3 weeks. And then I want to do more day streams again, but then I'll have to get a job at some point. Life sucks. Why can't I just earn enough money from Twitch? Like, I'll get like $100 every couple months, which is really nice, and thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate all of you. It means the world to me. But like, man, why can't Twitch just be a job? Luckily, nothing caught on fire today. Oh, thank God. Hell yeah. What? I do have to ask, what caused it to catch on fire twice in the day? Do you know? Because like, once is already like, what? How'd that happen? Twice in one day? Like, did they not learn their lesson? I'm so confused. You watch Green and Scott? I have randomly... I meant to say recently and randomly, and I said randomly. I've randomly been seeing Green videos on TikTok. I think I sent you one, Serums. But there was this one video of him, like... Apparently, he really feels the need to press every button he comes across, which... Completely understandable. I also feel the need to press every single button in front of me. But man, some of those buttons just did the worst and funniest things. So it's probably because I'm following you, probably. Put it out, then it caught back on fire like 10 minutes later. Oh, so it was the same thing. What in the world is going on? Like, you, like... I don't even know. Rian, Gem, Scott, Tango. I recognize these names, and that's about it. Mumbo is the reason I know how to do Redstone as much as I do. Mumbo's so good with Redstone. You've been watching Green on Hermitcraft for years. So for those of you who actually like watch Hermitcraft and stuff, you're the only ones that are going to understand what I'm about to say. COVID has messed with my sense of time so much that when I think Green and Hermitcraft, I think, oh yeah, Green's only been on it like for a year. Green joined Hermitcraft like last year. COVID has messed with my mind. It's been more than a year. It's been like maybe 5. I don't know. The fire extinguisher was expired. Isn't that like a workplace health and safety hazard or whatever? Like, don't they need to get like checked like regularly to make sure they meet the work safe? Does your place of work just not meet health regulations? Because I am concerned for you and everyone who works there, but I only know you, and you are only the only one that matters. I am concerned. You found about Hermitcraft Mamba back in season 5. I don't remember where I found out about it, but I did find out during season 5, but I only watched most of season 6, which I absolutely loved, but the last season was 2 years. Wait, have they finished Hermitcraft? It meets health regulations, just that one thing for some reason doesn't get checked. So what you're saying is, it doesn't meet the health regulations, but the inspectors don't bother to check properly. Season 9 ended end of December. Oh, so Hermitcraft's not ended. Like, it's still going on. That's just the next season's going to be out soon. When I saw Kat's message, I thought Kat meant, like, Hermitcraft ended 2 years ago. And I was like, what? Okay, never mind then. Never mind then. I might watch Hermitcraft again next season. We'll see. Season 9 lasted 2 years. Honestly, okay, when it comes to like long series, I much prefer a series, like 1 year for a season is like good and all. And I'm not just talking about like, you know, YouTube series like Hermitcraft or whatever, just in general. 1 year for a season is great and all, but my problem with that is that the season doesn't actually last a year. It lasts like 6 months during a year and then like comes out the next year. Or like 3 months, or like however long. It never actually lasts a full year. And I hate that. So I'd much rather they just don't, you know? Like, I don't know. Why, like, it's too short. It's... I'm just complaining for the sake of complaining now. That's what I'm doing. I don't know. You started watching when Gem started playing. I don't even know who Gem is because I started season 8. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the issue. I only watched season 6. Tango is a name I'm familiar with. Gemini-Tay? Gemini-Tay? Gem is so much easier to say. Green finished the back of his base, me being like, Green had a base? Like, I am very far behind. It's fine. So, I mean, I'm behind in so many things now. Like, I only just got back into World of Warcraft during Dragonflight, as you guys may know. I keep getting this stupid... One thing at a time, AJ. One thing at a time. I only just got back into World of Warcraft, and I had to play catch-up for the last, like, 2 weeks or whatever. I'm finally up to date with this expansion. But, like, the next expansion is coming out in, like, what, 6 months or something? What's this World of Warcraft thing? Yeah, it's the thing you've been seeing this whole time while we've been having a just chatting stream. You know, the game that I'm not playing right now. I really like it. I just took a whole, like, what, 1 year break and missed the entire expansion, apparently. Which is really sad because this is probably, like, the best expansion I've had in years. But I've just not been playing, so... And you say Kale is the guilty one? It hasn't been an hour yet, and I am actually in the game. I'm not in the menu. Kale is still guilty. We're just both guilty. You did nothing, it was me. What the hell? Kale, what the hell? We can both be wrong, Kale. Own up to it. Kale did nothing, it was you. Listen. The background music adds to just chatting experience. It does. You know what? We need an actual like just chatting proper background. Let me actually pick up these quests so I don't forget. Vin, hello, Wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. How are things? Welcome, Vin. I am not sorry in the slightest. I'm not sorry that I made the pun, but I'm sorry that I'm not sorry about it. But tax evasion is out. Fudge, yes. We've got tax evasion to specify, chat. That's Cat's lizard. No one is actually evading doing their taxes because that is illegal. Play the noise. I think my bot, like... Yeah, no, I can't play the noise because my my fudging program is bugged. It keeps saying it can't, like, work because my headset's in exclusive mode. It's not an exclusive mode. Sally's broken. Sally's not broken. I'm finally back in WoW and you're starting to think you need a break. No. That's so sad. I literally, I kid you not, Vin. I woke up one morning from a dream. The dream I had was that I was back raiding with the guild. And I woke up like, man, I miss raiding with the guild. And I resubbed that very same day. It's that kind of game. Sometimes I feel that. I took a 1-year break from WoW and now I'm back. So like, I get it. I get it. So I took 20 plus minutes to announce stream. She's broke. If you guys actually redeemed the channel point reward that is specifically labeled badumts, it will make the sound effect for you. You don't need to tell me to make the sound. It will make the sound and it will work. I promise. The bot's not broken. My other program where I do it manually is broken. So Serons, if you want the sound, play the freaking sound. Like, that's something you'll miss, yeah. Since when has that been there? Months. Months. I can redeem it? Yeah. But why would I do that? It costs channel points for you guys. I can do it for free. So why would I do it when I want you to spend your points? Liar. Liar what? It's been there for months. I could probably check when I added it. Actually, can you check when I added it? I don't actually know. Maybe I can't. But the point is, it's been there for ages. So... Okay, and now I'm upside down. You spent your points on the more expensive reward rather than the one you actually wanted. Hey, Johnny. You cannot time me out, Kale. Kale, you can't time me out, you silly. I'll give you your points back. Just this one time, because I'm feeling generous. The image of the channel point rewards in your head just contains 7. Wait, what? I'm confused, Locke. Can you please explain? You're saving for 50k. What's 50k again? Is that the sound effect? Fine. You really want me to be timed out, Kale? You really want me to be timed out? How long is the timeout for? How long? How long is timeout? Let me check. Let me check how long a timeout is for. Once, oh my god, my laptop is frozen again. Forever. No. See, I don't trust you. In fact, not only do I not trust you, I know that that is actually just straight up wrong. Where is time someone out? We're gonna time me out, Kale. I promise. We'll time me out. I just want to know how long I need to be timed out for. Here it is. Time me out. Oh, I can't check from here. Is it really only 1 minute? I was gonna say, if I'm timed out, I'll just play WoW for as long as I'm timed out for. So if it's 1 minute, I'm not gonna be talking. We'll just be playing WoW for a minute. Look at that, it's 1 minute. Okay, chat. 1 minute of pure WoW gameplay and no speaking. No, don't play. No. If I'm timed out, pure WoW gameplay for a whole minute. Whole minute. No speaking. It's WoW ASMR time. You guys are going to hear my keyboard just like click, click, click because it's mechanical. Okay. Timer. Set it for 1 minute. You guys ready for the timeout? You guys ready? Yippee. Okay. 1 minute starting now.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance. Go! Go! Hit the road.
And that's the 2 minutes of me being purely silent. Pure, yeah, it changed from pure WoW gameplay to pure Pika stream. Pika became the streamer. Over here subbing and no notification. What? Did you sub for Pika? Not for me, for Pika. Pika got you to sub. Kale, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Why is it not doing that? It should. Okay, hold on. It's not my fault. It's Twitch's fault. Okay. It's Twitch's fault. You gotta press. Did it like pop up saying like share that you've like subscribed? Because like that's the only way Twitch like actually shares it, and I hate that. It didn't. Your redemption. Pika flew away, so there's your points back. Your brain didn't go to the right place with sub for Pika. What place did it go? But also, Kat, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you subbed for Pika. Uh-oh. This is clearly something that like is just going over my head. But yeah, that was like also the longest 2 minutes of my life. I felt like it would just like never end. So there's another one for Lock Pika is a bird. Also, why can I not requires melee weapon? Ah, that's why I can't use my other
Once
ability.
I complete all these minigames, you'll never have to hear this
There it
music
is.
ever again. Like, literally never again.
Kale the Fail gifted a tier 1 sub to XDXD Lock.
Kale!
This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Kale, thank you so much for gifting Lock a sub. I appreciate it. Now, yeah, now you get a notification, but apparently only if you gift a sub. Also, if these dragons could freaking land, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die because these dragons fly and I'm a melee character. This is bullying. This is bullying. Refresh? Yeah, try refreshing. I don't know. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What the fudge is... Sorry, something is annoying me? You're going to bed? Kat, thank you so much for stopping
Once
by.
I complete all
you.
these
Get some
minigames,
sleep.
you'll never have to hear this music ever again.
There it is.
Like, literally never again.
Yay.
Yay! Kale, thank you so much for subbing as well. You gifted Lock a sub, and then you subbed twice. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Kale, for the sub. I appreciate it. That's 8 months. Kale, that's almost a stream, baby. Almost. Not quite yet, but like soon. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. For your Christmas gifts, Kale, I will give you a sub. Oh, wait. No, not give you a sub. I will sub to you. But oh, wait, I'm already subbed to you. There. That's my Christmas gift. Thank you so much, Kale. I appreciate it. It'd be a stream baby if the baby was you. What? Oh, because the gift sub. And you are the... Oh, no. Oh, no.
I have many lucky doos you like. May your feet
Friends, we
find
may
good
have a
trails.
problem. I'm a mother. Oh, fudge. How does it feel to be a mother? I hate it with everything I have. In fact, it's not possible to hate anything more than I hate this. You'd be born by 8 months. Oh, that's true because I haven't, oh my God. No, but that's true though, because you were born a month early, weren't you? How does it feel to be rejected by your own mom? As your father, I'll take custody. You can, look, no offense. Kale, you can have the custody. I don't want to be a mother or father. That sounds like too much work. So, Kale, you can have custody.
I can't use that item yet.
You also don't want kids. You literally decided to be the mother, like the father. That seems like your problem. You were closer than, wait. Oh, you mean physically closer. I thought you meant like Kale was like emotionally closer, and I was about to be very concerned for a moment. You also don't want kids. And yeah, you've decided to be a father, so you are emotionally closer. Kale's like, I don't even know how close Locke is with his parent. We are emotionally closer, so that's just how it is. And you know what? Fair enough too. Fair enough too. Unless you meant like you and I as parents are emotionally closer, in which case, oh, absolutely, all the time. 100%.
It's still recharging.
Your brain emotion waves are closer to Kale's than to your parent. That was a way of saying that sentence. Wait, are you telling me I had an item that could insta-kill these? So you know how I died, guys? Yeah, apparently I can just like one-shot these things with an item I have, so I didn't need to die at all. Physically, I died. What do you mean I died? You saw it happen. It's fine, don't worry about it. We're too busy talking about being a mother and father that are so in love and absolutely wanting kids, because we've always wanted kids. Anyway, you took custody of Locke. This is your issue. You're focused on your son. Can I be your mistress? Guys, please. We're too busy talking about being an absentee parent. Oof. Oof. That's... Look. Kale and I have something to tell you. You're adopted. I don't know. It felt like the right moment. If you can't be your wife, yourself a mistress, you are adopted, Kale. This is true. OMG. No, Sarah, you're not going to be my wife. You're not going to be my mistress. I know it's a fact. I know it's a fact. We spoke about this at great lengths when we decided whether we were going to have our own child or whether we were going to adopt Kale. Remember? So guys, what happened was Kale and I had a long conversation about whether we wanted kids or not. And what we decided was that we didn't want our own child. We wanted to adopt a child to give someone a better life than they already had. Because Kale was adopted and Kale loves being adopted. So you never talk to me. This is a lie. Shut the fudge up. This is cold, hard truth. Okay? So... There's nothing lie-y about this. What's the adjective for lie? Does lie even have an adjective? I'm now like thinking, I'm like illiterate. That's not even that completely different root word. There is nothing lie. Untruthful. Locke has the brain today. Lie. And Kale's just like, it's lie. The adjective of lie is lie. That's all it is. You want kids? If you do, you'll adopt, or your partner will give birth. Yeah, I don't think I want kids, but if I did, I would probably adopt. My problem is like, I do not see the... I don't have anything against having a child. I just really don't want to have to take care of a baby. I don't like babies. Babies are... EU yucky, no thanks. I'd probably think, I mean, I'd consider adopting someone older, but not a fudging child. You're in only too long to want to take care of any kids anymore. So valid, so valid. Babies are the best when they can talk back, that sucks. Meanwhile, I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with like cleaning up after a child. Like if they're all messy and yucky, like, no thanks. Absolutely not in the slightest. That's what I hate. The talking back, I'd like, yeah, that would suck too, but I feel like I'd be able to deal with that better than I can deal with Actual mess. Your boyfriend knows kids are out of the question. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'd say that'd be a very important thing to discuss at some point in life before anything would happen. So, goody knows. Goody knows. You don't think either you or your partner would give birth? That's funny, Locke. That's funny. I like it. It's... But also, yeah, exactly. Big agree. I mean, look. Yeah. But the other thing is every, like, female I've spoken to has said that, like, the idea of childbirth is horrifying to them. And I completely understand. If I was in their shoes, I also would be horrified by the idea of childbirth. It does not sound fun or comfortable or, like, good in any way. So why do it? Kids are cute when they're not yours. See, I feel like if anything, I would be the opposite. And I say that because every kid I've known, I've not liked. And obviously none of them are mine. So it's either all kids are bad or it's everyone else's kids are bad. And I guess we'll just never know if mine are the exception because I'm not going to have any. You're fine being an aunt and you can hang out with the kids when you want. Oh my God. Are you going to be the cool wine aunt? I feel like Kale would be the cool wine aunt. I think babies are ugly and I agree. Yeah. Babies are ugly. Also, I spent ages trying to climb up that mountain and just gave up and decided I can go around. You're already an aunt. See? Problem solved. But you didn't answer the question. Would you be the cool wine aunt or would you just be an aunt? The wine part's important. I have another friend who, like, absolutely would be the cool wine aunt. They're not an aunt, though, as far as I'm aware, but... Cousin had a baby and your mum keeps showing you pictures and you have to lie and say it's cute. Why don't you just say, not a fan? That's what I'd do. You just started getting into wine. Why do I feel like you've, like, been into wine for a while? Clearly, I'm, like, entirely wrong. I mean, obviously. But I'm shocked to hear that you're only just getting into it. Oh, no! I've been picked up! You start drinking wine in the past 6 months. Fair enough. The more you know. Oh, it's okay. I got saved by the bigger dragon. You just wouldn't be able to be around them for extended periods of time. Yeah. See, no, I just... I can't. Just, kids annoy me. I've never liked kids. And maybe, like, a big part of that is because I was the oldest out of my cousins on my dad's side of the family. And so I had... And there are 4 of them, by the way. So, no. I was the oldest of all of the cousins we have on dad's side of the family. There are 4 of them in the same family. And I was the oldest out of all of them. So I had to live with all of them growing up and being born as babies and then toddlers. And, like, no offense to any of them if they're watching. All of them were so annoying as a child. Except for Sam, I guess. But I guess that's because I never really spent too much time around Sam. But they were all just so annoying. Oh, fudge, they respawned. I wasn't paying attention. God dang it. Same way. You just don't want one in your daily life? So fair. So fair. Like, I would be the same. I mean, sorry, I might be the same if it weren't for, like, my cousins and just not wanting to deal with them. So, maybe things could have been different. Maybe I could have liked kids. We'll never know. Second youngest until 6 years ago? What happened? Well, obviously, AJ, there was another child. What happened? Shut the fudge up. This is me when I try to, like, continue the conversation. I'm just like, oh, yeah? Wow, that's interesting. Can you tell me, like, what happened? Why did things change? Maybe if you're just fudging thought for, like, all of 2 seconds. Oh, my God. So anyway, look, what happened? Why was there another child? well, AJ, when a mummy and daddy love each other very much, they call for the stork to deliver a baby.
Well, spit it out. Stay strong.
And then
now.
that baby gets delivered. There are 4 more? You were gonna make that joke? Same brain, Kale. Same brain.
Quickly.
Which really sucks for you because I don't have the brain cells, so that joke was also in your head. Well, I guess none of us have the brain cell now. Because, well, I don't need to explain. What happened? Oh my god, hold on. I wanna save that and turn it into a fudging clip. That's what I've been trying to like do more is I'm trying to like note down when things happen in my stream so I can actually turn it into like clips and stuff. Why does my laptop keep crashing? No brain cell files, yeah. Our freaking brains have just decided. I keep showing up on your TikTok. Really? Interesting. I only have like, what, 4 videos uploaded? You'd think it'd only show you 4 times. You don't know why you don't follow. Kale, we literally follow each other. What the fudge do you mean you don't follow me? No one shows up on your non-existent TikTok. Honestly, like so for those of you who don't know, I did decide this year to just start actually uploading stuff to TikTok because I'm like, maybe I'll be able to grow my channel this way because I don't know, I feel like I want to grow my channel more. And the first fudging video I uploaded got like over 700 views and I was like, excuse me? What the fudge is this TikTok magic? And now I have like 1 friend, well, 2 friends technically, Sarons and Nat, and they're constantly fighting each other to be the first one to message first on every one of my videos. So every time I upload, it's on the first thing on your For You page. Sucks to be you, Kale. Sucks to be you. I should upload another video like today or tomorrow. So look forward to that, Kale. No, I'm first. You literally never comment. You can't be first. It's impossible. But it's so annoying too because I'm like, I get super excited, right? I'm like, oh my god, someone's commented. I open it up. It's like Saron saying first or like Nat saying first. And I'm like, cool. Thanks. You ever like, I don't know if any of you have ever like had that moment. Like, I know it happens to me all the time when there's like, oh god, am I about to out myself? I'm about to out myself. When there's been like a girl I'm like interested in or like talking to or whatever, and I'm sort of like maybe crushing on, every time I get like a message, I get like super excited thinking, oh my god, is it them? It's never them. And it's the exact same feeling for like comments on like my videos or whatever. I'm always like, oh my god, is it who what's the comment? What does it say? And it's first. Does anyone else feel that about anything? Get like super excited about something only to be super disappointed by the outcome? You've never gotten that feeling. Well, it sucks because you're left with disappointment. You guys the opposite, you only get messages from your crush. Well, Kale. Time to what's the word? What's the fudge? I've screwed up this joke, but now I've like started it, so I have to finish it. Time to be one of the other people that message you so you can get that same feeling of disappointment. Because you're saying you want to get messages from your crush? Well, I'm going to start messaging you now. He never leaves you alone. Oh, woe is you, Kale. Oh no, the person you like never stops talking to you. Boo-hoo. Do it. I will. I'll do it. I'll send you the next message I send you after stream will be like literally like, hi, I'm not your boyfriend. Why am I so bad at socializing? Like legit, I wouldn't even know what else to say. I would go to message you for this joke and be like, I don't know what to say here. Hi, I'm not your boyfriend. Then your boyfriend wouldn't be the only one talking to you. Okay, that does suck though. That does suck. I have that problem with like all of my friends though. Like I want to speak to people more, but I genuinely just don't know what to talk about or how to start a conversation. So I'll be sitting there like, haven't spoken to X in a while, or I want to talk to Y today. And it's just like, cool, what about? Hi AJ, hi AJ, hi Luck, hi Kale. How's it going? See what I mean? I'm sitting here like, how do I continue this conversation? Hi. Okay, check. How's it going? Yep, got that. Now what? And it's really bad too, because for the last few days, I've been like, do I message my crush again? And like, my brain is like, yeah, absolutely. Why not? And then the rest of me is like, great. What are we talking about? Can you message my crush? Lord, no. Please do not. You only reach out to people to make plans? Yeah, see, I don't even do that, which is really bad, and that's something I want to like start to do more of. I have a crush. Yeah. You have game though? Kale, that's the problem. You take them from me. Okay. Although they might actually be straight this time. Might be. I hate that I have to like specify that someone might be straight, because like every other time I've crushed on someone, they haven't been. So yeah, this is true. This is true. But I think this time is different. Maybe. You don't know people well enough? Yeah, see, I am the same. Like, I need to actually really get to know someone before I start having a crush on them. Although, for my last 2 crushes, I haven't had to know them all too well, which makes me go, huh? Because normally I have to have some sort of connection. Yeah, I send you pics of a crush and they're clearly gay. You're just like, I'm literally like, oh my god, Kale, I have a new crush. And Kale's like, who? And then I'll like tell and show, and then Kale will be like,
What?
they're gay. And it's very sad.
Go,
Forever
go.
yearning for my love, forever being rejected. I'm sorry, Kale. No, Kale? Serons. Sorry, Kale. I'm sorry, Serons. I just don't like you that way. Kale. Whoops. I don't know the funny thing is though, right? Is that I might not know it, but it's what instantly attracts me to them. So I don't know if I worded that right. That sense of fashion is what makes my brain go, ooh, cute, or whatever. So I am hopelessly and what's the word? The other word I'm thinking of. Hopelessly and whatever other word I'm thinking of attracted to the queers. So the fashion is superior. It really is though. It just is. Like, I'm sorry, all you straight people. But the gays know what they're doing. Oh, shoot. I think, who was the first one as well? Was it, actually, no, I don't want to out them on stream. I don't think they watch, but, like, they know I do stream, so I'm not going to say anything. Because then if they are watching, or if, like, someone they know is watching, they will immediately out them as being someone I've crushed on. And I don't really want to, you know, so... But I think Kale knows who I'm thinking of. And that's what's important, because Kale's the only one who would know what I'm talking about. But there is one person who the love of your life. Yeah. No, it's them. She was / is. Definitely. But my god. I showed Kale and Kale was immediately like, AJ, she's gay. And I think, was that even the first thing? Or was the first thing something they said in I think the first thing was something they actually said. I can't remember what they said, but they said it like in front of a whole room of people. And I just did not pick up on how that was a very gay thing to say. And Kale was like, AJ, she's gay. And in my defense, she was bi. But she didn't know that at the time. So, you know, it's fine. In short summary, in conclusion, most people I've crushed on have in fact been gay. which fantastic. Love and support that for them. Sucks to be me though. So that's my life. And that's how it is, which again is fine. It just means that maybe one day things will be different. But yeah, so that's how I'm going. I think this one time, this girl might not be gay, and therefore Kale might not steal them from me. Having said that, that's if I actually end up messaging them. So, your type is usually bi guys. You know how I always find them, right? It's like, how does it happen? How does it happen? Like out of nowhere. Why? Also, finally, I unlocked the fast travel point, so I don't have to swim all the way back next time.
Victory lies ahead.
Wait, what?
Shorel Aran.
Oh my god, it's the magic dude who gave us his hat, and we're not wearing it right now because I have a better hat. And now he's mad that I gave him his hat. Or that he gave me a hat and it was a gift. I thought you'd make some use of it. More specifically, I thought you'd get the hell away from me. Can you imagine my surprise when he comes by himself to give the hat back to me?
We will have justice.
Right. He's just given me the hat back because he does not want the hat. So anyway, in short, in conclusion, my luck is not great. How's everyone else doing? How's everyone else's love life? We know Kale is in a relationship, so that's good for her. But for the rest of us, I think we're all just lonely and sad. You haven't had any luck, yeah. Pika's come to stop by to be like, hey, you're not lonely, you have me. Hello, Pika. I do have you. You are adorable and cute. Should be moving back next month? Hell yes, Kale. Love that. You don't think you've really tried? Oh, in my defense, I haven't either. Well, that's a lie. I've asked several people out and then found out that no. But I feel that. I feel that. Maybe one day, look. You're also not really out. That's also would make things so much more difficult for you. And also so valid. You're so valid. You take your time. You come out when you're ready to come out, you know? You do what's more comfortable for you. And if you're not comfortable yet, then that's what's most important, right? What's the thing I'm thinking of? The word. Partners can wait, but being comfortable with who you are and announcing who you are to everyone else is important first. I worded that horribly, but you know what I mean. Your mum forgot you came out for 6 years. Wait. What? As in, like, you came out and then she forgot until 6 years later that you had come out? Or did she keep thinking you were straight for 6 years? For 6 years, though? Also, I'm trying to find something here. That's why I'm wandering around aimlessly. And I can't find it. 6 years is a long time to forget that. Like, how did she remember? It came up in convo last year and she asked why I never told her. And then you're just like, Mum, I told you 6 years ago. Oh my god. How did you even remember that it had been 6 years? Like, obviously you would have been like, I did tell you, and then she would have been like, when? And you'd be like, 6 years ago. But like, how did you just know off the top of your head that, oh, it was 6 years ago I told you? Like, that's what I want to know as well. Because I know if it was me, I'd be like, oh, I told you years ago at some point, probably. It's an estimate. You said it so confidently. And like, knowing you, I was like, you'd know it was exactly 6 years. Like, you would know. So, yeah, here's the thing. I said I wouldn't have to swim back. The problem is I'm not swimming back. I'm swimming from. So, you're 20. Okay, right. That probably makes more sense. You know the approximate age. Understandable. Understandable. Yeah, no, I just wouldn't remember. I mean, as I said, I thought that Grian joined Hermitcraft last year. Like, COVID has messed with my sense of time. What was it? There was the other day I said something happened last year as well. Was it the Hong Kong protests? Yeah. I don't remember if it was like on stream But it came up in conversation, like the Hong Kong protest, and I was like, oh, you mean from last year? And they were like, AJ, no. 2019, that was before COVID. I think it was on stream because I think that was you, Locke. I think that was you. Fudging my sense of time. 2019 was last year. It was not you. Who the fudge was it? It was someone. It was somebody. Because, I mean, what else was last year by my estimate? I want to say the Last of Us TV show, but that might have actually been last year. You bring something up to you as last year was actually years prior. You get called old at work. Yeah.
This had better be good.
Yeah. That's the, I feel a bit like that sometimes, especially when Cat's in chat, because Cat is what, like, young. I don't fudging remember how old he is, but constantly, AJ, you're old. You were born before the year 2000, you were old. Meanwhile, I'm like, if you were born after the year 2000, you're a baby. I always forget you were so old is a common thing you hear that convinces you're 19. I mean, you could also take that as a compliment. It means you think they look 19. And that could be a good thing, depending on your point of view. Or it could be a bad thing because you don't want to look like a baby, but I don't know. You're a baby. How young are you, Look? Don't tell me you were born after 2000. You know what else I found out the other day too? Apparently the cutoff for being a millennial is like 1996 or something, or 1994, or like it's somewhere in the mid-90s. Now, that hurt to hear, not because it meant I wasn't a millennial, but more so because it means I'm in the same generation as all the fudging kids who grew up with an iPhone. And like, I understand that each generation is meant to last for a certain period of time, but I feel like the key point about each generation is that you're meant to share significant moments in life and have a certain, what's the word? Like, you're meant to relate to everyone else in your generation because you had X thing growing up, or Y thing was your key moment or important thing. It's up to debate, but people say millennial ends between 94 and 97. Yeah, apparently the official stance is 94. Like, officially, like, it's defined or whatever, like, the official stance is 94 or whatever. I heavily disagree with that, but whatever. Thought it ended the turn of millennium. No. God, no, that's way too late. No, apparently the thing that determines whether you're a millennial or not is whether you remember 9/11. Or also called Zillennials, because you're the coven of experience a lot from both genders. Well, see, that's the thing, right? We don't remember 9/11 because we were too young. You remember 9/11? I don't remember 9/11. But then again, I'm also not American. So the only exposure we got was like the news reporting, and it was a big deal, and everyone was like, oh my God, this happened. It was huge. But we weren't then exposed to it throughout our entire childhood, growing up to it with schools and remembrance days and all sorts of things like that, and the education of it. We didn't have that growing up as well, whereas a lot of Americans did. But I digress. You were sitting at home and your dad was watching the news. Well, that's the same thing that happened to me too, right? But the thing is, my parents didn't really make a big deal about it with us because we were too young. You feel like the equivalent would be remembering SARS? What's SARS? You remember watching docs in elementary? Yeah, see, we never did that. We never watched any documentaries. We never learnt the history of it. Like, we learned that it happened, and then that was about it. Like, we probably didn't spend more than 2 seconds going over it, right? But my point is apparently whether or not you remember it is what determines whether you're, or like, is it a defining feature of being a millennial or not? Is that millennials remember 9/11, but the next generation were like too young, or whatever it is. Yeah, no, I know you mean like you actually physically remember it as it was happening. That's fair. I don't. But apparently that's the key thing. But I sort of want to like take a different stance and be like, the childhood experience growing up, for at least me and people around my age, we still used our imagination as kids. We'd go out the back and we'd be active and physical and all sorts of stuff. We didn't have touch screens and iPhones, and we weren't spending all our time with technology like with our fancy like iPads and stuff growing up. Whereas the current generation absolutely do. Every young kid I know spends their time like on iPads and with touch screens and all sorts of stuff, which I just don't think is a great idea of raising a child anyway, but that's another argument that I'm not going to go into. My point is, technically we're sharing the same generation as those people who grew up on iPhones and touchpads and spent all their time playing freaking Flappy Bird and Angry Birds and Jetpack Joyride and fudging I said Angry Birds already. But like, I don't feel like I'm part of that generation because it feels far too distant. It's not relatable. But we're in that same generation, and I very much disagree with that. And I hope I hope I've explained myself well. Yeah, we had it through middle school, but we didn't grow up with it. And the reason why I find that to be such a distinctive, important point is that growing up with it as a child up to about the age of 12, where that's developmental time. That's a lot of developmental time. Millennials didn't have that. No, this is true. But also, we didn't have that throughout our young childhood where we were developing up to 12 years old or so. Like, I got my first touchscreen phone when I was like 14 or 13. And even then, I never, you know, had my face and hands glued to it every day, right? Whereas the younger generation does. But like, I do see your point. We still had that growing up because we still weren't an adult, but like I still feel like that's those years where we did have it is just such a key difference. It just messes with my brain because then it messes with my brain because now I'm like, great, I'm in the same generation as all those kids who were on the iPhone when they were 6 years old, like, and it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Anyway, SARS is related. Oh, right, the disease, the epidemic. Right, yes, got you. I'm with you, Locke. I'm with you. Yes. But older millennials are likely in their 40s. This is true. Counterpoint. Which sort of breaks down my entire argument, but whatever. Whatever. I relate to them more than I relate to the young kids, so... It's fine. That doesn't break down my point. That is my point. Whatever. The point is... the point is I don't like kids, and maybe I'm salty that I'm classed as one of them. There. I said it. Probably. I don't know. Anyway, look. I have heard of that epidemic. It does ring a bell. And that makes so much sense. Gen Z are mostly adults. No. Only the ones up to 2003 would be. But Gen Z... Hold on, I want to, like, Google this just to make sure I'm right. The mid to late 90s and the early 2010s. Okay, here it is. Generation Z, 1997 to 2012. So the youngest Gen Z is 11, and the oldest Gen Z is 26. So I'd say about half of Gen Zs are adults, not even mostly. Only the ones that were born between 97 and 2003, only they are adults now. Sorry, 2005. God, it's not 2020 fudging 1, AJ. Anyway. That's like a significant portion, but I wouldn't say mostly. Hong Kong probably took the brunt of it. You're an adult. What are my words? Yeah, only the Gen Z between 97 and 2005. So about half. Shoot, that's still more than I thought. Oh, God. Why am I in the same generation as 11-year-olds? You guys are giving me an identity crisis.
Beware.
That's what's happening.
Enemies abound.
I do not feel real. I feel fake. Why am I wanting to be in the same gen as 40-year-olds? I never said I wanted to be because you did raise a good point. I just meant that I feel like I related to them more. I'm just finishing college. To be fair, I should have, if I just did 1 degree, yeah, again, I was gonna say the same thing. If I just had 1 degree, I would have finished 4 years ago. So technically speaking, I should be well into my career. I'm doing graphic design. I'm not doing any other degree. Look, I am done. I'm not doing a 3rd degree. My freaking government benefits wouldn't let me. Your life experiences are closer to younger people than 40-year-olds. Oh, definitely. But I feel like that's only the case because I went about life in such a slow, roundabout way of getting somewhere. But I do feel your point, though, Kale. I do get what you mean. But at the same time, the other argument would be everyone who was born prior to 97 is a millennial, right? So therefore, my life experiences are... I feel like my life experiences are closer to people who were born in the early 90s. So they're only like, you know, low 30s, you know, about 30 years old. I feel like my life experiences are closer to the 30-year-olds of millennial generation than they are of the 11-year-olds of Gen Z. But again, that's like being really nitpicky, and the same argument could be made both ways. Well, AJ, you're closer to in experience to the people who are 24 than you are to the people who are 40. So the argument goes both ways. So, ow, Pika. Ow, 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 baby. Why you do that? It's just what the majority of people decide to call it. No, I know. That's why I was like, I'm being very nitpicky there. And that is entirely on me. And I see your point entirely because your point is also correct. I think the brunt of the issue. In fact, I would go so far as to say the only issue I have with being a Gen Z is that I don't like kids and don't want to be like kids. I think we've narrowed down the issue here, chat. I don't want to be in the same generation as a bunch of kids. We did it. We solved the problem. You're always correct. It's so sad. I meant to be the lawyer here. I'm not a lawyer yet. I'm not even a lawyer yet. Do you count as a kid? You said you're an adult, right? Does that answer your question? Also, I would go so far as to say that, like, even though you've been in my chat for longer than you've been an adult, because I did not realize, I think the point is I didn't realize you weren't an adult because you were so much more mature than, like, all the other kids that have been, that I've been around. Which, I think really when it comes down to it, I just don't like immature kids. And most kids are kids because they're gonna be kids, and that's so valid, but I hate it. You say anyone under 20 is still a kid for you? Okay, look, same, yes, fair, yes, fair. I don't have anything else to say except for yes, fair. Serons, you're still a fudging child. I don't care that you're 21, you're a child. You are a child. You absolute child.
Get lost, will you?
See? Only a child would react like that. Only a kid would react like that. If you can technically say you're a teenager, you're a kid. That's such a valid point, though, because before you're, like, even at that age, it doesn't matter whether you're 18 or 19. You still are lacking in such a large amount of life experience that a lot of older people have. Having said that, I'm 26 and also lacking a lot of life experience, so maybe I should still be a kid. You're gonna beat me up, see? Childlike behavior from Serons. You still don't feel like an adult? Yeah, see, that's exactly what I mean. Like, even though I'm not a kid, I'm lacking so much life experience. I mean, obviously you have life experience, Kale, so that's very different. You're talking about just not feeling like an adult. I'm over here like, I don't feel like I have any life experience. I am a kid. I don't want to be a kid. I've spent this whole fudging stream saying I don't want to be a kid because I don't like kids. This whole stream. Held in offhand. Wait, what? What is this? It's a staff. I don't want it. What am I doing? Anyway. Yeah, but you're mature. But I have no experience. I'm a kid. You have a lot of experience to still feel like a kid. You do have a lot of experience. I don't know why I said it like that. In my head, I was like, you do have a lot of experience, Kale. This is true. Or at least more mature than Serons. Listen.
Don't waste my time.
With the last 3 messages Serons has sent, bleep the bleep, I'm gonna beat you up. Yes, this is true. I act like my age. I only act like this because I'm on stream. I can be so much more professional and serious in real life. I promise. I promise. But that would just be boring. And it's not fun to be boring. I've been boring for 20 years of my life. Throughout all of school, I was boring. Oh no, big agree, Kale. Big fudging agree, though. That is so true. That is so true. But also, consider that how I act on stream is also just very different to how I am in person as well. So, that's sort of also... Ow! I lost my train of thought because Pika bit me. You think you've acted less mature than you were 4 years ago. I don't know why my brain is just short-circuited there. I'm sorry. I know You are online even with friends so different to IRL. Right. I think everyone acts differently online. That's definitely true. Like, yes, but my point here is that Kale only sees the online aspect of me. So saying I'm not mature, it hurts. You feel as you age, you act less mature because you've learned you don't have to take life seriously. Yeah, no, that's such a big mood though. Like that's probably, yeah, now that you put it that way, that's probably exactly what happened to me. Like as I left high school and met like actual friends throughout uni that I've grown close to and have come to appreciate and who actually appreciate me for who I am. I've realized I don't need to actually like try to be mature and put on some sort of like fake, well, not even necessarily fake because it was still me, but like I didn't have to take myself so seriously. And that's something I didn't realize until I made those good friends because I feel like they actually cared about me more for who I was. Or maybe I could even be overthinking it. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely have also had that experience of realizing I don't need to take myself so seriously. And I could just like open up and be more, I don't know the word. You know what I mean? You also think you act, freer. My brain's like, what's freer? But like, freer? Freer. What's freer? That's what my brain was like. Social expectations don't exist. I'm so glad. This is sort of like, not off topic, but like sort of stemming from that same message. I feel like society, or at least social expectations of stuff, have become much more friendly recently, just in general, towards all sorts of groups of people. And I'm so glad for that. You have more energy in person, so you're less calm in person. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. The different online presence from... Yes. Sorry. Yes. For instance, in person, I'm not as brain dead. I don't just randomly, like, halfway through my freaking sentence, just... Am I sure? Well, I've never had this problem when I'm not on stream. You just vibe. I've been trying to do that more often. But sometimes it's just really hard. Like, I know for my legal training that I did, I I made some of met some of the kindest people, made some great friends with my legal training. At first, I still had the whole thing of like not being so open, still taking myself serious. Well, not taking myself seriously, but I was like very much not myself because I'm still very anxious around new people and that sort of thing. But I got closer to them and like became more like I am now, to the point where I was just vibing more often than not. But I wish I could just vibe like all the time. Obviously, except for when I'm trying to be professional or have reason not to. But I wish I could just choose to just vibe. I'm so jealous. So jealous. I'd say teach me your ways, but I know exactly what you're going to say. Just don't care, AJ. Almost all your friends in some sort of entertainment career. Everyone's so open and chill. That's so good too. I feel like that's like, I mean, as far as careers go, entertainment is probably like one of the ones where it's easiest to just sort of be open and chill and vibey, because that's what your entire career is about. Vibing court. That is the worst option. I've chosen the worst career for this, I'm realizing. Me, I want to just vibe, just be more like myself, not have to worry. Also me, lawyer. You want to vibe in court? Kale, please don't go committing any crimes. Because I know that's exactly what you'd do. You'd vibe in court as the defendant in a criminal prosecution. Relying on me to get you out of it. Time for a new degree. No. If I was... Okay, real talk. And look, this shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. Hell, it doesn't matter who says this, because I feel like everyone this day and age is going to have the exact same freaking goal, but I'm going to say it anyway. If there was any career I would pick, except for except for law, it would be streaming. But big fudging surprise, that's all anyone this day and age wants to do is stream. Be a YouTuber, a content creator. I'm not special. And Serons! Serons! Sorry, Kale, I was going to go back to your message, but I feel like Serons just completely overshadowed it. Kale, can you please explain to the court why you murdered a man in cold blood? Just wanted to vibe in court, to be honest. And I thought this was the best way to get here. Oh, God. Sounds, are you going to elaborate on that at all? I have to know. Is there any elaboration here, or is it just how else would you get to court? Court is literally open. It's open to the public. You can just walk inside a courtroom and just sit down in a court and watch. You can just go. It's fact. Oh no, I know it's fact. I know it's fact. I just thought there was maybe like an explanation or like some reason behind it. You know, just anything else. But okay. You've been in the courtroom to watch, but it's not the right vibe. Cal, do we need to like make a mock court for you? Where you can like be the defendant and charged with like a crime and all that, but like not actually have to do anything illegal? Who am I kidding? Doing something illegal is like half the fun, isn't it? What do I know? You need to be the center of attention. Yeah, okay. Everyone, Kale is now the center of attention for the stream. Then be the judge. I feel like Kale would make a fun judge. I feel like if Kale was a judge, she'd be the fun type. I don't know how many of you are familiar with this reference I'm about to pull because none of you are law nerds. Justice Kirby. Justice Kirby is one of the most well-known Australian judges of the High Court. And he has some absolute banger quotes. He was a fun judge. Let me pull up a list of Justice Kirby's quotes. Justice Kirby quotes. He has some great quotes. He is one of the best judges in Australia among law students because he's just so hilarious. Yeah, okay, here we go. There you go, Locke. Is that what you wanted? Okay, let me find some great... Okay, no, these are serious quotes by Kirby. I want the fun ones. Where are the fun quotes? These aren't good quote. Top 11. I want funny quotes. The picture covered my face perfectly. That's what it does. That's what it does. Okay, so I'll give you a bit of a transcript, okay? So, Justice Callanan, Mr. Jackson, it seems to me that clearly the people at the party, including Miss Jocelyn and Mr. Berryman, went out with the intention of getting drunk. Mr. Jackson, it would be a big night, Your Honor, big night. Justice Callanan, with the intention of getting drunk, and they fulfilled that intention. Mr. Jackson, well, Your Honor, young people sometimes. And then Kirby butts in. I just think drunk is a label, and I'm a little worried about it. It is not necessary to put that label, it is just that they were sufficiently affected by alcohol to affect their capacity to drive. Yes. A drunk has all sorts of baggage with it. And in another, Justice Hayne was perhaps hammered is the more modern expression, Mr. Jackson, or well and truly hammered. I do not know any of these expressions, Kirby says. I have never heard the word hammered before, never, not before this very minute. I love Justice Kirby. You want to be a judge for civil court for funsies like Judge Steve Harvey? Is Steve Harvey a judge? There's no way. Oh no, it's a comedy. Okay, he's not an actual judge. It's a comedy show. Okay. You had me thinking he was a judge. You had me thinking he was a judge. Man, anyway. Real people sit at home and play games and be lonely and cry. Mood. People come to him to dispute stuff so it counts. What, like Judge Judy? Kale, I hate to break it to you, that they aren't real judges. Judge Judy is, that's not real. That's not a real court. I'm sorry, it's not a real court. It's not a real court. It's all fake for TV. It's all fake. He makes his decisions based on vibes. Here's another quote. Sorry, I'm going back to the quotes on Kirby. Could you explain to me what a BMX bike is? My rather cloistered life has prevented my ever getting to know what form of bicycle that is. It's real enough for you. Well, Kale. And doesn't require school. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. If you want to be a judge, I don't know what it is in the American system. I just sort of assume it's the same as the Australian system. If you want to be a judge in Australia, you have to be a lawyer. And then after being a lawyer, you'll be like, at some point, if you're like good enough and respected enough or whatever, you may be offered the position of a judge. So... Okay, another court case. Mr. Gagler says, this brings me to the little demonstration, Your Honours. Your Honours ought to have a bundle of material which is entitled a demonstration of online betting. And then Kirby says, we had a PlayStation shown to us in Sony and it was very exciting. Why did you not try that? So this amendment made it clear that you had to be in detention on a full-time basis. So that is in the extrinsic materials. So there was no question if someone on parole or in home detention would not be caught by a disqualification, and that comes out as a result of that definition. So Paris Hilton would now be disqualified, but last week for a short time, she would be entitled to vote? Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted you to know that I follow these things. Justice Kirby... sorry. I don't know if you guys really appreciate him as much as I am. But he's great. Anyway. Love him. He's retired now.
Move it!
Which, like, is sad because we don't get any more Justice Kirby quotes. But, you know, it was fun while it lasted. Well, I say that. I don't know if he's even been a judge since I've been alive. You can cure drowning with drugs. Hell yeah. Oh my god. I miss Coringa. Coringa was great. Well, I think, what was that in reference to? Was that because I was using stim packs when we were like underwater and I was just healing myself while drowning? That probably sounds accurate. I'd imagine that's what that was. So anyway, I don't know if I want to be a judge. Like, it sounds like a lot of effort and responsibility, and I don't know if I'm ready to have that responsibility. Someone you don't recognize? You were around when Corinja... Oh, fudge, maybe you weren't. Look, how long have you been following for? That does not help me. 2019. Kale. Disappointing. You've been following for 4 months less than Locke. To be fair, I don't even think I knew you before then. You know what is still wild though? The fact that I fudging met you when you were playing Dead by Daylight. You weren't even following in 2019. Was I following Kale in 2019 though? No, you definitely didn't, which is understandable. You didn't know me. I would not expect you to have followed me right away. Oh, that's a much better shield than what I currently have. So, like, completely understandable. I'm just trying to think, like, how long I've followed you for, and I know I could just go to your chat and do the followage command. 4 years, 1 month. So... You just went to Kale's chat? Right, yeah. So essentially what I'm learning is that you followed me back after 3 weeks. Approximately. 2 weeks. 3 weeks? A month. I can't math! Anyway. 1 month, 2 days, thank you. I was like, someone please do the math for me. My brain is not braining now. It has not been braining all day. Because I became regular right away. I'm still like trying to work out why. Not because you're like a bad streamer or anything, but why? Because like, if I remember correctly, like you were playing Dead by Daylight a lot. That was your Dead by Daylight stream, right? And I did not play Dead by Daylight at all. I mean, I played it a little bit, but like, I don't know why. I just don't know why, Kale. I don't know why. I was like, your streams, they're great. Don't care for this game. Your streams, good. Top quality, 10 out of 10. And like, normally I don't do that. You play a lot of single player games in Sea of Thieves. Yeah, maybe it was one of the other games you were playing alongside it. I wish there was like a way you could track like what game someone followed with. Kale was just enjoyable. That's why you show up. Thank you. Thank you, Locke. I appreciate it. But no, that's exactly why I followed, because Kale was just an enjoyable streamer. I say was. Kale still streams. Kale is an enjoyable streamer. That's why I show up. But I'm trying to think like, why did I even click on a stream for a game I didn't care about? Maybe someone raided into you. No, because you were the first person of that whole group of people who I actually started watching. Like, I didn't start watching Virakti first, or Sammy, or Vengeance, or... Like, you were the one who I found out about everyone else from. So I didn't even know. One of your coworkers asked if you knew what Sea of Thieves was, and she was so excited and found that you played full 2 years. That's so great. I love that. When you, like, make a friend with someone and they're like, oh my god, you play X game too? I didn't know you were a gamer. Like, that brings me joy. That brings me joy. It's like gamers are our own little world. I mean, we sort of still are. I just realized I meant to have been helping these guys, and I've just been flying past them. But, like, I get that. I get that. She didn't know you made a living off Sea of Thieves. Oh, so she didn't... Right, so she found out you were streaming it as well. That's even better. That's even better. See, meanwhile, I'm too scared to tell people in real life that I stream. because I'm still very self-conscious about my streams and not thinking my streams are good enough or enjoyable in general, and I don't want to like embarrass myself if people were to check out my stream. So there was one person at my legal training who I think found out, or I streamed at some point or whatever, and then for like the next, like for the rest of the thing, they were like, are you gonna tell me your Twitch? Are you gonna tell me your Twitch? And like I wanted to, but I was too scared. Anyway, he found out my Twitch because I told him I told him Pika's Instagram, and then he found it from there because I forgot I had my Twitch linked to my Instagram. And he was like, I have your Twitch now. And I haven't seen him in my Twitch chats, so I think we're good. But point is, I'm too scared. You found out multiple of your choir members have played Celeste? Nice. Celeste is one of those like, I don't want to say, it's not a small game, but like it's one of those games a lot of people wouldn't know either. So it's so good that like you met people who have played it, because that's so good. Getting people who are familiar with the small indie game you play or enjoy, that's so good. You have overactive regularly, make no sense not get comfortable letting people you know stream. No, that's so fair, because yeah, no, that makes sense. I guess my problem, or not necessarily problem, but what makes it difficult for me is that I don't know anyone IRL that streams except for me, right? None of the people I hang out with stream. I don't meet anyone who is a streamer and do streamy things, so I don't have that sort of same, what's the word that I'm thinking of? I don't have that same sort of atmosphere where I feel comfortable telling people I stream or don't stream, because everyone else already is within the streaming community thing. I hope that makes sense. I wish though. I think that'd be super cool to have like a bunch of like IRL people who like stream as well. That would be so good. But unfortunately, I'm stuck with all you online people who I can't hang out with in person. And it sucks because I love you guys. Anyway. You can't talk to me about what you do since you do stuff that is way more complex. Oh, speedrunning, right. So you'd be talking about all these like cool strategies and they're just like, what? We're talking about the same game, right? And you'll be like, yes. I get it. So I get you. But at least like you play the same indie game, and that's super cool. Oh, modded content as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say something, but like, no, you're right. You've racked these last night. All his roommates some mods for Lunchbox, so everyone there is one. Oh, on Twitch somehow. Yeah, fair. See, I don't know.
Quickly.
I wish that'd be so cool. Maybe I should just like go out more. The more I go out, the more people I will meet who are potentially streamers, right? Right? That's how that works. Right? But I'm too scared to go out and meet people. Meeting people's scary. Although, oh, actually, I don't even know if I said it. The place, I'm not going to be specific about where I'm doing my placement, but the placement I'm working at, or going to work at rather, is an IP law firm. So they do intellectual property, things like copyright, trademarks, all that sort of stuff. But they do that sort of stuff for games and technology. And I'm like super excited because that's going to be so cool, because maybe I'll actually like get exposed to the sorts of things that like I'm interested in. And I don't know, maybe they'd be more familiar with the world of Twitch and YouTube, and that would be super cool as well. But I'm not going to hold my breath because they're a law firm and they're all lawyers and they probably don't have as many people who are into that. Maybe it's only a small portion. I don't know, but exciting. Use the stream full time. I've been dodgy if you didn't tell him. Yeah, that's also valid, Kale. That's also valid. You did in fact stream full time. That was your job. So when people ask, you sort of tell. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-oh, what have I done? I'm doing stuff on my other monitor because I need a guide to tell me what I need to level up. Words. What level am I? 26. That one. You found out this week that in one of your classes, someone from high school you know is also in the same class. Oh, shoot! Have you spoken to them since high school?
What now? Beware the living.
Because I feel like I would be mortified if...
Security, enforcement, extortion. We do it all.
If, I met someone from high school in a class that I hadn't spoken to in ages, I would be terrified. A couple of times last semester, just when accidentally running into each other. That's so cool. That's so cool. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. You love money. See, I would love it as well. I just feel like, for me at least, high school, there are a lot of people I was not... there are a lot of people I don't think were particularly keen on me. So I feel like meeting them again would not be fun for me. I told you back in August. Okay, so you knew in advance. That's cool. Like, don't get me wrong. If, like, I met someone high school who, like, I was friends with and did enjoy my time and all that sort of stuff, I'm sure that would be fantastic. Like, there are a few people I can think of now who I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd be okay running into them again. They were cool. I liked them. But then there's some people I'm just like, I don't really think they liked me much at all. And to be fair, I probably feel that about most of the people in high school. I'm like, I don't actually, in hindsight, I don't think they liked me. That was a long time ago, so you're not counting them because you don't know if you'd recognize them. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, sometimes when I think about high school, I don't even feel like that was even me. Like, I have that sort of experience where I'm like, I have someone else's memories. This is not me. Those aren't my memories. I didn't go to high school. Your 10-year reunion is next year. Oh, because you would have finished high school at 17, right? That's so weird. Wait. Yeah, that's so weird because my 10-year reunion would be the year after next year. Oh, no, wait, it's 2024. It would be next year. You graduated. I also graduated 2015. So, okay, you know what the issue is, Kale? The issue is I forget that American school systems start their year in the middle of the calendar year and finish it in the middle of the calendar year. We start our school years at the start of the calendar year and finish them at the end of the calendar year. This is why I was confused, because I'm like, we're the same age. Why are we a whole year separate? We're not. We just started, our school years finish and start at different times in the calendar year, and it messed with me. Derp! Hello, Wee Wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. How are things? You never graduated. It do be like that, Derp. It do be like that. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. You know someone who's also in this uni, just a different campus that's two hours away. Okay, yeah, no, you would not be seeing them. See, when I think different campuses for a uni, I think like in different suburbs within the same city, or like here's one campus, then you go down a couple of streets, here's the other campus. Different hours away, we would just call them different unis. 2033. You graduated high school last year. You did, didn't you? Child. You're vibing. Nice, Derp. Glad to hear. I'm glad you're vibing. You went to school early compared to everyone else. Yeah. Definitely be yeah. If you were here, you'd definitely be in the same grade because the way in which like the yearly cutoffs were is a bit weird. Like if you were born before a certain month, you were in this year level, and if you were born after that month, you were in like the next year level or whatever. That's how they separated you. So 12th grade would be 17 and 18-year-olds, depending on when in the year you were born, when your birthday was. I think the cutoff is like before or after March, I think. I don't quite remember. So the people who were born before March would be in that same year level, so they would be 17 years old graduating, and the people born after March would be 18 years old graduating. I don't remember the specifics. It's a little messy, and I never understood it truly, but that's how it sort of was. So yeah, you would have been in my year level, Kale. For sure. And also... Okay, Piga's fine. I forgot what I was saying. But I've done that little stream, so... Pika has the zoomies. Pika has actually been behaving pretty well for the past, like, hour. Like, earlier when I started stream, he was biting, he was aggressive. You're seeing him in his really good mood now. He's chilling in his favorite little spot. I don't actually know. Can you see with the... Hold on. Can you see him peeking his little head out of from the TIE fighter? Can you see him peeking his little head? Hold on. I'll make it bigger. Do you see him there? Pika. Hello. I love him. I love him. Best bird. And that's why no one's allowed to have him. He is my bird and no one else's. So if people were to come over, I'd let them have a little play with him. By which I mean Pika would stay away. I had a friend over the other day who Pika has seen several times before. Like, he knows this friend of mine. He's not yours, Kale. I had a friend over who he has seen several times in the past. And you know what Pika did? I don't know why that changed. Pika would fly away from them every time they got close. And it's like, Pika, you know this person. You have literally sat on this person's foot before. And you want to stay the hell away from them? Like, I'd hold them out and be like, Pika, go on. And he would fly out of there. He would just run. Which is really sad. Because he needs to get used to people again. He got so used to... He used to be so comfortable around people. He can sit on my foot. Okay, Kale. Okay. Okay. He used to be so comfortable around people. And then... Yeah, before we got Charlotte, which is my sister's dog. Before we got her, Pika had like free reign of the whole house, right? So he would be going on all sorts of people's shoulders. He'd be saying hi to Dad, Mum, my sister, flying all over the place. And then we got Charlotte the Greyhound. And we're like, Greyhound and bird probably do not mix. Keep Pika in my room. Charlotte has house. You know, makes sense. And since then, no one's given Pika the time of day. So I'm the only one who spends time with Pika anymore, which is really sad. But that also means he's not gotten used to spending time with other people, which means he's no longer trained and familiar around others. And so he is scared of them and runs away from them and doesn't listen to them, which is really bad for when I need to, like, you know, go away for the day for work or whatever. And he's just sitting in his cage all day because no one else can spend time with him. They can't take him out of the cage because they'll never be able to get him back in the cage. Yeah, hi, we're talking about you. Because he won't listen to them, so he won't go back in the cage. So it's like, you've done this to yourself, Pika. Yeah, you have. But hopefully when my sister moves out, Pika will have run of the house again, and he'll get more used to people again. And that will be a good day, because it means I can actually take Pika out of my room. I can go around the house and do things, and Pika can come with me, rather than being shoved in the cage whenever I'm not here. He flew over to bite me, and then left. What are you doing? I don't know what he's doing. Hello? You wanna go down? Yeah, I don't know what he wants.
Don't try anything stupid.
He's being aggressive again, so. It is what it is. And what it is something. I don't know, I lost track. Anyway.
This gig ain't so bad.
Oh my god, I have like 15 more quests here to do.
Big shot, huh?
Oh my god, I thought I had 2 quests.
Hey,
the game's
I got
like,
your
nah,
back.
you have 4.
Glad I could help.
You looking at me? You ever need any?
New quest hub.
You know where to
unlocked.
find. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
I'm just keeping an eye on Pika because I don't know if he's going to do anything evil. You're going to head out before bed? Thank you for stopping by, Kale. I appreciate it. Go get some rest. Go relax for the rest of your day. Have a good one. And I'll catch you later. Do junk food, not drugs. And we're going to leave you with that, Kale. Do junk food. Do junk food, not drugs. Drunk food.
Do not get on
Do not-
Dallywix's bad side.
Drunk food, not jugs. No. Oh no. Speaking of drunk and food though, and jugs as well. It was my mum's birthday yesterday, so we went out for dinner, which is why I wasn't streaming last night. You don't currently have any alcohol here? You left it at your dad's house. That is unfortunate, Kale. How about you just do food then? Just do food. Pour the wine in the jug. Yeah, so we went out for dinner for my mum's birthday yesterday. And it was at like a cocktail bar, which, yay me, the one who doesn't drink, sitting there like, haha, I guess I'll have a soft drink. Anyway, they had food as well. Like they had nachos and tacos and quesadillas and all that sort of stuff. But like it was very much a cocktail bar, and you could tell because the atmosphere was just, it was very not my thing. It was dark and moody and very interesting choice of music. It just wasn't my thing, right? As the non-drinker, very not my thing. And my family ordered like an alcohol like jug, I guess, to share. I don't remember what it was called, but it was called like the Skull of Bones or the something or other. Again, not a clue. It wasn't an actual name of an alcoholic drink. It was like what they would call it. And it came out in a massive like... Apparently I'm not allowed to show you how big it was. A big skull. Like a big fudging skull of like, I don't know, like... I want to say like half a liter to a liter of alcohol. I probably need to do the conversion for you American folk. Liters to gallons? Oh god, no, it wouldn't be gallons, it'd be quarts? Do you guys use pints? It was probably like 1 to 2 pints of alcohol in just a giant fudging skull. And I'm sitting there like, this is for 4 people? Like, I don't know. It was a lot. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with this, except for the fact that there was food there and they were drinking. So they very much had drunk food. And I was sitting there with my apple juice. Exactly. It wasn't apple juice. I had like a mango passion fruit soft drink thing. I don't know. Don't know what it was, but it was very sour. So that was a shock. But anyway, my point is drunk food. That's what that was. Drunk food.
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Did you know that, chat? Did you know that if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere? Also, do I have things missing from my action bar? Berserker stance. I don't need that on my action bar because I can just press the thing. There's a different... Yeah, so I'm talking US pints. I did make sure it was the correct pint. So about half a pint to a pint US. Which doesn't sound big because numbers aren't big, but I promise it was big. Yeah, I'm not liking Fury Warrior. I feel so weak. I'm definitely playing this class wrong. I need to swap class to the Arms Warrior. Like, you'd think if he had 2 giant fudging axes, you'd think you would be doing okay on the damage front. Not actively worse. than if you just had one axe. You're starting to fall asleep. Get some sleep then, Locke. Go. I was wondering where my other weapon was. Go rest then. Get some bed. Go sleepy sleep, because you have like all sorts of life things and stuff, right? Like you got. Do you have uni or are you on break? I honestly don't even remember. You'll be up by 9 and go to bed. Uni this past week, tomorrow is Sunday. Oh yeah, true. Okay, well you might not have uni, but you certainly have life things, so that counts. What is this? What is this? What is this? Whitelash runestone. I'm so confused. It says I need to destroy 3 of these, and there's one like literally right here, but I don't know how to actually destroy it. The Obelisk of Knowledge. It's a Spite-lash runestone, whatever that means. I don't know. But yes, go get sleep, and I'll catch you later, Locke. Okay, now that they're here, are they going to destroy the thing? Or they're just going to stare at it? I think they're just going to stare at it. Guys, what the hell?
Yeah?
There we go.
What do you want?
There they go. Now they're going to blow it up. Blow up the Obelisk of Knowledge, as Locke so eloquently put it. Or, you know, just stand there. That works too.
What's the order? I love it when a plan comes together.
Almost done? Oh my god, he's taking so long. It's set. Oh, fudge. Okay. I love how he's like, it's set, get clear, and I just immediately get blown up. Okay, here's another obelisk. Go blow it up. Or just don't.
What's the plan? Overkill is underrated.
Why are they not blowing it up? Am I gaming wrong? Oh my god. Oh no, I got blown back into this group of mobs over here. This is it. This is where I die. I in fact have not died. We are golden, we are smooth, we are
It's too far.
something. We are everything we want to do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da.
I need a target.
Hostile down. They're down, boys. Hello, Pika. There are a bunch of runestones around here that I could... Sorry, tablets that I could pick up. Did Pika just poop on me? No. No, he didn't. Bye-bye. Good bird. I should probably like move away from it before it respawns and then kills me. Because it absolutely would. Just need one more tablet and then I'm done. I think I need to kill that, yeah. Okay, Gob Squad, we're moving out. Never mind, we're stopping. And now we're moving out again. What is this crystal? It's the thing I needed for the quest, apparently. Okay, Gob Squad, destroy this building. This pillar, this thing, destroy it. Okay. So I think... Yeah, I was going to say, I think they actually actively get attacked. Oh, I didn't mean to pull the whole group. That is so annoying. Okay. Done. All dead. All over. Nothing to be concerned with. It is completed. Finito. I already have that. Hello, Captain
It's my
Talk.
way or the highway, pal. You ever need anything, you know where to find me. Get lost, will you?
Do I want a belt? Yes, I want a belt.
Don't try anything stupid.
That's so much better than my current belt. It's an upgrade for the belt.
Security, enforcement, extortion. We do it all.
What's up? Don't be a stranger. Catch you on the flip side.
I ain't getting
I
paid
did 4
to chat.
quests and I didn't even level. Sadness. Sadness.
Stay strong, pal.
Oh my god, they're gonna let me ride a helichopper? There it is! Get me in the helichopper. Vroom vroom! Oh my god, look at me go! Look at Urgrok just enjoying his time. He's realized he doesn't want to be a warrior after all this needless, pointless fighting. He wants to be a chopper pilot. That's his dream. He wants to pilot the best of choppers and take them the best of places. And it's over.
Hey, how you doing?
Man of the
Don't
hour,
be a
that's
stranger.
me. But you did some impressive work down there. You may have cut down our expenses by 10%. Hell yeah.
Have a good one.
I leveled up again. Fudge yes. Let's go. 27. Want tactician. Yeah, and that's not better than what I'm already wearing. So.
I have many, many wares.
I just realized I'm gonna need to fly all the way back. Or not even fly, just like... What's the word? I'm gonna need to... Did I just sell something I didn't want to sell? No, it's fine. Swim. I have to swim all the way back.
Good fortune.
But
to
first,
our
I also sort of want to transmog our character. Make him look somewhat different than how he currently looks. But I don't know where to even start. The shoulders can't be transmogged. Is it because they're wet? Why can't... Oh, because they're cloth. I'm still wearing cloth shoulders. Okay, well, let's have a look at all the different armor plates available, for starters. It's also really hard to tell because I'm hunched over what half of these armor pieces even look like on him. And then my other question is, do I even want to wear an armor piece at all? Because he's an orc. And big orcs don't need no armor. Although this does look pretty cool. Hold on. Do I have any armor sets that I can go off of that look cool? I can't even wear these ones. This one just looks so weird without shoulder plates. I don't want him in a robe. Because he is a warrior, not a mage. Ooh. This, though... Hold on. I'm like, it's about time to actually give Urgrok a transmog. Because we've been running around with him for ages. That just looks so stupid though, honestly. I'm also realizing the shoulder plates make the outfit for like a lot of these. And of course we're lacking the big shoulders because we can't transmog the shoulders. Indeed. Oh, this actually doesn't look half bad. I think that's a favorite. So it was that one, or it was... Which one was it? This. I actually sort of like this one. Well, just... I'm not a fan of the helmet. So, I sort of want to say, like, no helmet. Maybe, like, a scarf or something. Could always put on a dumb hat. Well, if I do have a hat, I want to be able to see his face. Oh, I guess this is the same one, right? Stone right? So many options to choose from. Oh my god. That though? Like, part of me is just like, just have no helmet. And the other part of me really liked... which one was it? This one? I don't even remember. Yeah, this is the one that for this set. You know what? Fudge it. Gate Shattering Battle Plate is what I'll name it. Now we need to give him an axe or a sword or something befitting of his station. What's a really good orcish axe? Ooh, this is a nice orc axe. That one screams orc to me. Is that a gun? That is a gun axe. Oh, but this one is a cleaver that's actually bleeding. Although, but then there are these really cool looking ones that I actually do want to use too, simply because they're really cool looking. This one's neat. So is that. Why do I have such cool axes? I do. I have really cool axes. And like some of these even look like two-handed axes as well, not just one-handed, which is really good because obviously this is still a one-handed axe. Oh, that one's the same color. Oh. Whoops, I just used an ability.
I have just the thing.
I accidentally clicked off of it, so I lost everything I was working on. Except I didn't really, so we're fine. I really do like the idea of having a really big axe. A really big, powerful looking axe. That screams orc, though. It needs to be a big, powerful axe that screams orc. This? Too much green. Big, powerful axe, but I don't want it to be too green because everything else is already green. This one, maybe? Maybe this one. No. Too otherworldly. Not orc enough. And then part of me is just like, screw it, just give him this one because it's just... Or this one, because it drips blood. See, I like this one better design-wise, but this one does have the blood drip effect. This is the worst. I cannot pick what axe I want Urgrok to wield. It should not be so hard, and yet it is. What if I gave him that axe? Now, let's look at the other weapons. We have swords and maces to look at. Oh my god, apparently I've collected so many swords and maces. So we're gonna have quite a few to look through. Ooh. I could grab one of the Maldraxxus looking axes. Actually, I think a Maldraxxus axe would look real nice. Or sword, not an axe. Ooh, this one looks neat too. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'll pick a sword instead of an axe. Just got to decide which sword. And I have 8 pages of these to look through. That's it. That's all we're doing for the rest of this stream. I'm going to pick a sword and I'm calling it a stream. That's what I'm doing. Picking a sword and ending the stream. Some of these swords are really big too. which like I'd expect if it was a two-handed sword, but this is like the one-handed sword categories. Categories? Category. Love how all these big swords and then there was just like tiny one. Yeah, these are all getting into normal looking swords now, nothing too fancy. So what's the winner so far? I feel like the winner so far... Which one was it? Oh, I saw it before. This one. Let's look... It was the Arcweaver spell sword. Let's have a look at the one-handed maces though, see if we can find any good ones here. I've got 10 pages of these, so there's got to be something. Although already I'm just not feeling them as much. Oh my god. I'm not going to use that one, but that one does look really cool. I don't even remember, like, earning half of these weapons, to be completely honest. Like, not at all. I mean, some of these maces are really cool. I just don't really like, think they fit the vibe. TM. Yeah, you know what? And fist weapons. I can make fist weapons too. It's just a giant claw. I didn't realize I could transmog into fist weapons. Not that I have many of them, actually, at all. Okay, well, I know which one I'm going with. We're going with that cool sword. Now, I can add a thing to it. The question is, do I want to add anything? I mean, look, if anything, I want to add, like... I feel like this has too bleedy. It's too bleedy. But this one just looks like it's a bunch of lines. Maybe I won't add anything. We'll just go with this. And this is what Urgrok looks like now. Soon we'll get him the shoulders. Once we get some better shoulders. Although, now that I've selected it, I'm like reconsidering the... Oh my god. Reconsidering the chest piece. Though, having said that, this one isn't actually too bad. I don't have a lot of good plate pieces, I'm realizing. That's something I should do, is get some plate pieces.
Farewell, friend of the Rummels.
Okay, well... I've got a quest down here, which I'm gonna go grab. Serons. I mean, I don't have a lot of good transmogs for that though. That's my issue. That is my problem. I need to get more plate pieces because this is, I like this. It just doesn't feel like enough. And again, maybe the issue is I'm missing the shoulders because I haven't picked up a good shoulder. I just accidentally used my ability because I haven't picked up a good shoulder ability yet. Shoulder ability, shoulder piece. I'm wearing cloth shoulders that can't be transmogged. So like, I don't know.
What do you need?
We just got word that we can't send any more Windriders that way unless we want them shot down by snipers. We want to secure a route, we're going another way. The airborne priests have graciously offered to drop some people in above sniper rays. Okay.
Go with honor.
Oh my god, how am I meant to get over there though? Wait. eastern portion. Secure a ride with the airborne priests in the eastern portion of the harbor. Why did you send me all the way to the west if you're gonna make me go all the way to the east? Whatever. I'm gonna go see if I can find these airborne priests. And if I can or can't, whatever, I'm gonna end stream. Because I'm getting pretty drained. Oh, it's the airborne priests. I found them. Sad. It's fine. Now the question is, where are these guys going to take me? And why do they take so long? And also, I do need to run all the way back up to this area, so... Vroom vroom. To hell? Why would they take me to hell? Also, I love how Gnomon engineering is like really nice, put together, very planned, very safe, secure. And then you have Goblin engineering, which looks like it will fall apart at any given moment. Absolutely love the difference. So how there's so many AI errors? Improve any. Maximize button and nil value times 8,639. Why do I have so many of this bug, and how do I fix it? I just keep getting that bug. Constantly popping up. Anyway. I feel like I'm gonna get shot down. Oh no, I'm just gonna jump out of the plane apparently. Is that safe? Am I gonna miss the landing? Game, please. I'm not meant to be down here. Game, please. I'm not meant to be down. Game. Game, I'm not meant to be down here. Game, how do I get back? I don't want to be here. You ever get that feeling you're going the complete wrong direction? Okay, there we go. We can go out there, up here, and then across that bridge to get back over. Oh, this is Alliance. Excuse me, everyone. You do not need to worry about me. I am just passing through. Please do not engage. Just ignore. Oh, they're beating me up. I have angered an entire small village.
Roll home. Go forth to victory.
What are you looking for?
For the Horde! Strength! Taboo!
Captain Grunwald is a high-ranking Alliance officer from Northwest Hold, no doubt here to coordinate and assault Norgrimmar with his Night Elven allies. We have observed him entering the tower southwest of here. I want his head. I want to send it back to Northwatch to drive the wedge between our enemies. Okay.
Victory!
Grunts are strong but have no initiative. They better roll for initiative then. They're fighting toe-to-toe on the front lines, but an independent warrior, someone like you can slip behind the lines and cause some real havoc.
Farewell!
Glory to the Sindorai.
Okay. Summoning spell. The Lawkeepers are trying to summon him back up. We can use this to our advantage. If you can compromise the summoning stone, we can teleport a team of commandos behind their
Stay
lines.
the course.
Interesting. I want to unlock the flight traveler. Do you see a problem with these wind riders? They're not riding the wind. Every flight I send aloft gets peppered by night elf snipers. Torrenda sharpshooters are holed up in the southernmost tower against the mountains. I sent one of them these little goblin scrubs to take care of the tower, but I haven't heard word from them.
Be safe.
So we need to find a dude.
Speak, friend.
It seems like I can fly away though, so what I want to do is fly back to the harbor. Did that... Oh, that was a dumb decision. It's quicker to go through here and up here than it is to go there. Why did the other map... Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? Just going to call it a stream. Because I am tired. I'm yawning already. And quite clearly, I just want to be done. So, yes. I'm going to head out. Once I land, I'm just going to quit so you guys aren't going to miss anything. There won't be a stream tonight, but I might be streaming again tomorrow. We will see. Until then, though, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, night, whatever time zone you belong to. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all of you for hanging out, watching. It's been great fun. But I am going to rest my voice and my eyes and my everything. And I'll catch you all in another time zone. Take care, have fun, goodbye, and don't die, or I will cry because I'm a big fat crybaby.